Okay, so quick disclaimer, this video kind of has a bad microphone quality because I filmed this on my PC with my old headset, which had a terrible microphone. Sorry. You won't see this quality of microphone ever again from me, I hope. Yeah, enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome to another Asphalt 8 multiplayer test. Today is the Raesr Taychon speed at a tune of 3, 3, 10, 4 for a total rank of 1681. So the Raesr is one of those cars that was introduced for a festival. You know, it's just kind of there. It was kind of not really all that remarkable. I mean, it had, like, awful acceleration when it was first revealed, and when hackers got a hold of the car, it was just no good. I have the premium pack for this car, mainly because I wanted the rental port RSL 1. Not really the best idea for this car by Raesr, because now I have to actively for the Raesr. Not really worth it because it is kinda bad. I mean, it has good recovery, but, you know, it's an electric car. Every electric car has good recovery. But on the way to throwing it, I did actually tune it to 1681. Not trying to, but I did manage to. And as you can see, it's doing pretty well. We accelerated off the line pretty well. And the car behind us is a Ferrari LaFerrari, competing with other cars. And yet, we still have somewhat of a lead over that LaFerrari. So, it's actually not that bad, is it? Well, you'll have to see. But it goes 280 miles an hour, which is 5 miles an hour slower than the 1680s. So it can compete if you can not get knocked down at the start. But if it's a long track, you will get screwed. But this was not a long track, and thus we beat the LaFerrari without much of an issue. On to the next race, on Dubai. Main competition is that Porsche Cayman 70 Club Sport. As you can see, we out-accelerated every other car except for the Cayman. So it's not like this Raesr is unviable at this rank. It can be used here. It does out-accelerate other things, and the Cayman wrecked. What a good driver you are, Cayman. How did you wreck, honestly, though? That is a genuine question. Anyway, we are now holding a lead over the Cayman. I believe behind us is a McLaren MP48. And we wrecked. Or, no, not we. I wrecked. You guys are not bad. And it was not an MP48. It was a McLaren 650S GT3. Which I don't know if that car was tuned. It probably was, because you can't really use that car here. It races 1770 cars at Max Pro. So he's probably tuned, but we still beat him because, I don't know, maybe he was unbeasted or something. He's probably a lower rank. We'll just see the moment I pull up the results. Let's see. He was 1642, which is exactly why we were able to beat him. On to the next race, which is on the Dragon's Den. We have a Veyron who's not going to do well. There's the Cayman in this race, I believe. No Cayman, huh? 2 Huayras, a GT, and a Veyron. And I just killed a Huayra, a GT, and a Veyron. Raesr is a menace, not gonna lie. Anyway, so behind us, by elimination, we murdered a Huayra, we murdered a GT, we murdered a Veyron. That has to be a Pagani Huayra behind us. Base Huayra is kind of a weird car, because, like, it's actually not that bad. It has decent acceleration. The old Paganis all had decent acceleration. Like, before, obviously, spam ranks became a thing, and, you know, cars with good acceleration back in the day are now considered bad accelerations because of just how insane new cars have become. Apologies for the cough, but yeah, the Huayra did not have that bad of acceleration. It's just now kind of dead because 1680s are just way more extreme. And obviously, when we knock down 3 cars at the start of a race, 3 out of 5 cars, or 3 out of 4 cars, yeah, we was gonna be able to see it. So we beat 2 GTs, a Huayra, and a Veyron. Let's see if any of them are boosted. The GT was, and 1622 Huayra was. On to the next race, on Rio. We have the same Cayman, I believe, from the Dubai race. Yep, and there's a Veyron and a Huayra. So the Cayman pushed me out onto the long route. Mildly annoying because, yeah, we could have just gone on the inside and it's been fine. But it is what it is. So, if you haven't noticed, the Raesr is a little slower than the car 1680s. I already said that. But this can be a problem, especially if you're planning to, or not planning, especially if you get stuck behind them at the start of a race, or like in this instance, they came and pushed me and I got stuck on a longer route. because he is just slightly faster than me, I can't do anything. And especially it doesn't help that I'm not doing well with my Nitro. I'm kind of in trouble. Here I do one last bash to try to pass him, but in all my hopes and dreams, it did not work. And even though the Raesr has, I believe, better at recovery because it's an electric car, it was not enough. So yeah, we lost to a 17 Gaming Club Sport. But not by much. Remember that. Now, on to a race on the Buddhist teachings. We have the same came in from before. An MP48 and a Huayra, a Dracuma, and a Silver Lightning. I hope the Huayra beats him. So, MP48 is also a car in this ring. And like I said, the Raesur's acceleration, it's considered the worst in the 1860 rank range. So, going up against the best accelerating cars in the game, being the MP48, you're going to be in trouble. But you know what? You can outskill an MP48. Because MP48s, for all the well-meaning they are, they kind of suck at driving. I don't know what it is, but they always just manage to wreck. And it's kind of sad, but they always do it. It's kind of just an MP48 thing, if you will. So the Cayman from the last race is ahead of us. But we have the same problem. I can't do anything. He's just too fast for me. Well, not really that fast, but he is just faster than me. Fast enough to the point where I can't catch up to him. And as a result, we come in second because of the MP48's mistake. So yeah, the car is not, like, you can see the car has not, like, lost badly. It has been keeping up with them. And the Cayman made it into Champion League. You're welcome. On to the final race of the video. On Sector 8, we have an MP48, a Zonda R, and an Asteria. So, review on the MP4, or no, not the MP4, the Raesr. Should you tune this car? Hell, you shouldn't even pro it, to be honest. I mean, you'll have better options. If you have the Ultima RS, the Aljani Dracuma, maybe even the Pagani Huayra R. I think any of those cars are better than this car. And those were all released around the same time as this car. You know, in the hybrid festivals. So, I wouldn't recommend going for this car. Tuning it, you could tune it, yeah. But, is it worth tuning? I mean, you can see, if I can't get ahead of those 1680s, like, against that Cayman, I could not get ahead of him. If I could not get ahead of him at the start, I was not going to beat him. So it is a bit of a problem, no? Anyway, we are now ahead of the MP48, and the Zonda and the, what is the other one? The Asterion have died pretty well. So overall, it's an okay car. It actually does pretty well at this rank, but I wouldn't recommend proing it or tuning it. I'm only doing it because I have the kit card for it. Anyway, we win the last race of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy. Subscribe for more Asphalt 8 content. Goodbye.